Until a month ago, you were a complete failure. And then somehow you became the biggest star in the world, as if by magic.
Richard Curtis sent me the script, and I read it through in one, and it was a wonderful surprise and a kind of delight. It now seems so simple, this idea of everybody forgetting the Beatles, apart from this one struggling singer-songwriter from Suffolk.
I really loved Danny's take on the movie, which was sort of more energetic, more emotional, and I suppose those are the two things that he's kept doing, apart from the fact that he directs it infinitely better than I would have done.
There's a clear mutual respect between them, and I'm aware every day of the privilege I have of working with two legends of British cinema.
You've hit an extraordinary songwriting groove, and you want to be the biggest star in the world.
Well,
Yes is the answer to that question.
I thought, oh my God, this is the greatest script I've ever read, and a director who is completely unique and completely incredible. So I made a bald, graceless grab at this opportunity.
Wembley Stadium, please make some noise for Mr. Jack Malek!
Danny has not done a film that I've watched that I didn't like, and same for Richard. It's a very weird pairing. I would never expect a Richard Curtis script to be directed by Danny Boyle, which is why I think it works.
You start with a great concept, you move on to a world-class writer, you move on to some of the greatest music in the world, and then you discover that at the helm of all of this is Danny Boyle, which was just the perfect complement to everything that was already there.
Richard Curtis is such a genius in his writing and how he weaves stories together and just captures what's like true and good and hopeful about life. And just watching Danny tell the story, it's been one of the most brilliant experiences. They work together so beautifully. They're this kind of crazy double act that you wouldn't necessarily have thought would work, and it just does.
I've always been in awe of Richard's devotion to romance and comedy. It's a beautiful thing, and it's been lovely to be able to be part of that process, working on a script like that from him, and to deliver a full-hearted romance that believes in love, really. And the belief in the Beatles is a belief in love, really, and Richard certainly has that.
Danny must have a dark side, because he's made so many films about zombies and drug addicts, and people have to chop their arms off. But certainly there's enough of his gorgeous, bright, optimistic side to fuel 10 of my films. So it's actually been great feeling that the person in charge of the whole project is full of exactly the atmosphere of sort of exuberance and warmth that I hope the film will have.
You will all be in shock. You may have to go like, you may have to freeze frame it and go like that to find yourself, but you will all be in shock. Thank you very much.